News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, the Sheriff's Office is set to take in new inmates, and remote area medical is returning to Pahrump. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
The Tonopah Jail will soon be fully utilized. It's Thursday, June 27th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Sheriff Sharon Worley and Lieutenant David Brukowitz from the Nye County Sheriff's Office spoke to our camera inside our local detention center about the Immigration Customs Enforcement contract that the Sheriff's Office has entered into and the plans for the Pahrump and Tonopah detention facilities.
The sheriff, when she took over, vowed that we would reopen Tonopah. And so I have been actively working with as many people as we could try to contact, and ultimately ICE is the one we were able to make contact with and establish a contract to provide us the bed rate to be able to open that facility. So our agreement with ICE is to hold 100 inmates here in Pahrump. The average stay with ICE is 19 days, according to them, so it's give or take depending on their court proceedings. It's an ICE preference because they do court out of Las Vegas, and so they want those inmates to be seen in Las Vegas when they need to, plus their ICE case managers will be coming out here and visiting from Las Vegas. So it's just an arrangement in order to make the contract feasible, and then our inmates will simply be taken up there when their court proceedings are done locally, and they'll be transported back and forth.
So the Tonopah Jail was shut down, and it wasn't in the best of shape. Can you tell me a little bit about what kind of shape it's in now, and how many beds does it have?
Well, it has 98 beds. No, it wasn't in really good shape. It needed a new boiler. The kitchen was really in disrepair. Some of the other things were the outside run areas for the inmates weren't kept up. So it was a pretty sad shape all the way around. We've worked for the last 4.5 years to try to get it up and running and in good shape. The kitchen's been completely redone. A brand new boiler has been put in. All of the other little things that needed to be fixed throughout the jail have been fixed. When I came, there was only one bed in each one of the cells. We put 2 beds in. That was the design. And so everything is up and running and waiting 98 people to come join our family. The visitation is seamless. It's all done by video, whether you come here. Well, you would come here, or you can do visitation from home, for that matter, through the internet. But what happens is when you come here, you still use the video system to visit. It doesn't matter where the inmate is. You can come to the jail, or you can do it at your house. Our staffing in Tonopah went down to 4. Even though we shut down the jail, we didn't really lose any deputies. What we did is we sent them to school, and we basically repurposed them. Most of them now are Category 1. So we have Category 1, Category 3 officers up there already. We are doing new bubble techs and whatnot, so we'll have additional personnel in the jail, and it'll be staffed up to par because of the ICE contract. If this contract continues and expands, the plan is to put another facility, another pod in, and it'll attach to this facility. It's already set up to do that. Well, we're recruiting medical personnel because for the very first time, in 2016, we put in medical. Now we've expanded that medical to include mental health. Oh. And that medical then is also being expanded to Tonopah. Those people will be available for citizens to come into the jail after hours. And if they have a medical emergency, those folks will help them with it.
And Ryan Muccio spoke to county officials during the last board meeting about remote area medical's plan to return again to our town, offering free medical, dental, and vision services.
At the most recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had regarding a program funding application from the Nye Communities Coalition Remote Area Medical Pahrump Community Host Group in the amount of $7,500 to aid in funding the Pahrump Remote Area Medical Clinic, or RAM Clinic. The meeting begins with Commissioner Strickland making a motion to approve and recommending funding be from the Donations Department fund. Commissioner Blundo asks Ryan Muccio, who was representing Nye Communities Coalition and a RAM Clinic, why the price has gone up from the $5,000 he says they discussed. Ryan states that with moving locations this year, they need additional funding for advertising the location change. Ryan Muccio stated that last year, the Nye County Sheriff's Office brought over detainees from the county jail, which he says they served with dental and medical care. Those detainees had upcoming appointments that the county would have been liable for them missing, and Ryan states that we saved the county approximately $10,220 last year alone. He says that they anticipate doing it again this year, serving about 20 inmates and saving the county around $20,000. Ryan makes a final comment before the vote.
Thank you, Commissioners. Thank you, Chairman, for your support. I invite you guys to come to our RAM Clinic this year. It will be held at the Pathways Alternative Education Building on the high school campus. Thank you to Mr. Norton for allowing us to use that building. He actually agreed to shut down services there on Thursday and Friday to allow us to be there. And his staff has been great in helping us set up for that. So kudos to him. But again, I invite you to come. I'd love to give you guys a tour, show you what it's all about. It'll be October 4th, 5th, and 6th, the first weekend in October. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are the clinic days. We'll be there setting up Thursday. So please join us at any time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. I have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous.
So glad that remote area medical is returning to our town, but I think Ryan might have got upstaged by that girl and her dog in that video. We'll return in just a moment with Business First Brief and a trial update.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, in today's business news, the Senate approves money to help with the border crisis.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, the Senate has approved $4.6 billion in emergency money for trouble along the southern border, where a Texas detention camp housing migrant children has been called deplorable with its conditions. Employees walked off the job yesterday at Wayfair, and customers are staging their own boycott. Workers claim Wayfair has sold $200,000 in mattresses and bunk beds destined for the detention camp. Orders for durable goods dropped 1.3% in May. Durable goods are refrigerators, washing machines, and other big-ticket items. Fewer sales of Boeing's grounded 737 jet also played a part. The East Coast refinery that burned last week, setting off explosions, is closing. The mayor of Philadelphia says more than 1,000 workers at Philadelphia Energy Solutions will be affected.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, District Court Judge Robert Lane has set the schedule for the end of the 7-day trial for local woman Ashley Wynn, who is facing 2 to 20 years in jail if found to be responsible for a fatal accident that occurred almost 3 years ago here in Pahrump. Prosecutors claim that Wynn was intoxicated at the time of the crash that took the life of a bride-to-be. Today, the defense had their turn to present their case to the judge and jury. The trial continued for 25-year-old Ashley Wynn in district court here in Pahrump, who is facing charges related to an alleged DUI-related fatal crash. The prosecution rested their case and the defense took over today, led by attorney Adam Vanderhayden, whose first witness was Lisa Gregory. The witness testified that she was friends with Ashley Wynn before the accident and that her husband worked as a security guard at Vince Neal's Tatuado Wildside Bar on Gamebird Road. Gregory testified that she was at the bar to pick up her husband and left after Ashley Wynn had left the bar. Gregory testified that Wynn did not seem impaired while she was at the bar.
Did you see anything that indicated to you that perhaps Ashley looked like she was impaired?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
A friend of Wynn's named Cassandra Flores also testified. She is an EMT in Las Vegas and was training in 2016, the night of the accident. She met Ashley, she says, at her house where they got ready to go out for the evening. She testified that she saw Ashley Wynn drink 2 whiskeys at Vince Neal's Tatuado Wildside.
Do you recall just a few moments ago how many drinks you stated you saw her consume at Vince Neal's in the voluntary statement?
2.
And then drank water for about an hour before they left. Flores also discussed how she was driving in a car behind Ashley Wynn when they went to McDonald's. She testified that she didn't see Ashley Wynn's vehicle swerve and that she didn't seem intoxicated.
Did you notice anything abnormal about her driving behavior?
No.
Did you see the vehicle swerving?
No.
Did she forget to turn her headlights on?
No.
The third witness speaking for the defense was general manager at Vince Neal's Tatuado Wildside, Michael Tays. He said that he saw Ashley Wynn that night and that she paid for 2 drinks around 2 a.m. She was drinking water after that, he said. He said he was a paramedic in the late 1970s and he could assess if a person was impaired.
And what was your understanding after interviewing the bartenders of what her condition was? I'm sure you guys talked about this afterwards, right?
No, she was fine. She did not slur her words, she did not stagger. There was no notice of any type of impairment.
He also testified that the price of the bill was $11 and that would be single shots of whiskey, not doubles. The Deputy District Attorney Michael Vieta Cobell recalled 2 witnesses regarding the chain of custody of blood tests. One was Brooke Cornell, who was a crime scene analyst, and the other one, Javier Soto with Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue. They explained how they collected the samples and transferred the blood test. The defense says that they have 2 more witnesses on Monday. Court will resume approximately 1:15 in the afternoon. Attorney said that they expect that the jury will be in deliberation by Tuesday. Deputies and detectives with the sheriff's office were called to respond to an unknown incident involving a person on the side of the road early this morning. Around 3 a.m. this morning, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue were dispatched to a man lying near the roadway off Lexus Lane, just off of Blagg Road. The individual reported that the man had some type of head injury. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies blocked traffic flow in all directions while the investigation was underway. The individual, who is reportedly a veteran, appears to have died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And our thoughts and prayers go out to the family during this difficult time. News 25 will return after this break.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Well, a sedan careened off the highway this afternoon. Luckily, no major injuries were reported as a result of the single vehicle accident. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, and Nevada Highway Patrol were dispatched to Highway 160 just north of Mesquite Avenue this afternoon for a single vehicle accident. The driver and only occupant declined to be transported to local medical facilities. How the accident occurred is under the investigation of Nevada Highway Patrol. And the Nevada Rural Housing Authority spoke to county commissioners about programs that they offer to our local community.
A At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had to adopt, amend and adopt, or reject Nye County Resolution number 2019-21, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of Nye County, Nevada, providing for the transfer of the county's 2019 private activity volume cap to the Nevada Rural Housing Authority and other matters related thereto. The meeting started with Deanna Arvizo, who is with Nevada Rural Housing Authority, making a comment to the public.
The Home at Last program is the home ownership program with Nevada Rural Housing Authority, and it's through the Home at Last program that we actually provide the assistance programs that are very popular here in Nye County. We launched the Home at Last program in 2006, and then later in 2009 we launched the Mortgage Credit Certificate program. It's the Mortgage Credit Certificate program that is directly funded by the unused private activity bond cap that you have transferred to our agency over these number of years. What Nevada Rural Housing Authority did that was unique in Nevada was actually come up with the concept of pooling the unused cap from each county and city that doesn't have a pre-designated use for it, and we were able to put that into homeownership programs. Unfortunately, that is the case for rural areas, that the cap goes unused, so we get to put it to good use and return it right back to your community, as well as serve other rural communities. When that cap is not transferred to Nevada Rural Housing Authority, it would revert back to the state. More than likely, it would fund a program like multifamily project in Las Vegas or maybe Reno. If there was no use at the state level for it, it would revert to the U.S. Treasury and Nevada wouldn't see a nickel.
She also states that they've had $1.6 billion in mortgages provided through the Home at Last program since they launched in 2006. She also states that they have launched a 0% assistance option for government loans. She says that they offer a below market interest rate to truly help with affordable housing, and even people who don't need down payment assistance can get a 3.5% interest rate and pair that with either a VA or USDA loan with 100% financing, which will help people get into the most affordable option possible through Nevada Rural Housing Authority. She mentions that June is National Homeowners Month, and she states that they are doing something to celebrate called HAL Pay My Bills, HAL being the acronym for Home at Last. Diane also states that they have helped over 86 families in Nye County with $14 million in down payment assistance with an average income of $55,000 in their household. The chairman calls for the vote.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Unanimous.
Well, for more information on the Nevada Rural Housing Authority, you can find them on the web. All of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio want to wish our own technical director, Conrad Nicosia, a very special happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Conrad. Happy birthday to you.
Woohoo! Oh, that was good. He's young, he still has good
Used to be a sax player.
Happy 24.
Thank you.
Yay.
I'm humbled.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's take a look outside on Conrad's birthday. We have a little bit of wind going on. Kind of looks similar to yesterday. We'll find out what we have in store for our weather right after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 101 degrees and a low of 76. Death Valley, a high of 110, a low of 79. 97, 68 in Amargosa. 93, 61 in Beatty. 83.50 in Goldfield, Tonopah 82.49, 73.47 in Carson City, 82.52 in Fallon, and finally in Fernley we have a high of 78 and a low of 51. Now today in Pahrump, we saw sunny skies, a high of 96 degrees, winds coming out of the south-southwest at 15 miles per hour, humidity at 10%, and our sunrise at 5:28 a.m. And tonight, it's currently 94 degrees outside with clear skies, with our low at 70 degrees. Winds coming out of the south-southeast at 8 miles per hour, 17% humidity, and our sunset at 8:05 tonight. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we are going to see some clouds on Friday and Saturday, but on Sunday we're going to clean up and have those nice sunny skies all through next Thursday. Temperature-wise, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to be seeing those high 90s, just around 96 and 98 degrees. On Monday, we're going to get up to 100 degrees. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're going to come down just a little bit, back to 98 and 99 degrees. Now for overnights, Friday all through next Tuesday, we're going to be hanging out in those high 60s. We're at 68 and 69 degrees. Then Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be up just a little bit at 70 and 71 degrees. So now if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live while you're running around. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. Well, once again, happy birthday to Conrad Nicosia and also Kim Stiles. And I heard that we might be doing a cake for her, but she is a wonderful person who definitely deserves her own cake. So we'll be having that soon. And happy birthday to both of you. That's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. From all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio, have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.